Yeah, my turn. Hands up, we came to the party.
You rockin' with the party starters.
Hey, yo, what up?
Right here with Blue Diamond, J5, and DJ Scenario. Here we go.
Welcome to the Party Starter Podcast. I'm your boy, I'm your host, DJ Scenario.
I'm DJ J5.
And it's your wifey's favorite DJ, Baby Blue Diamond.
Yes.
And today we have...
The young goat.
Spinking in the building. What's poppin'?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Shout out to the bro DJ Spinking live in the building for us. We appreciate you giving us your time and being here.
Y'all family.
Literally, it's a little weird. It's like interviewing.
It's not an interview. It's a conversation.
It's
a conversation on camera. That's
I was just telling them like the first time that I met you because I knew Celeb.
Yeah, you know my brothers.
Your brothers before, and we were at HK DJ, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my brother about to come DJ," and I see like this young kid coming up the ladder.
Yeah, that's when niggas had me at the club at 8 o'clock with the bus boys putting the napkins out. I'm DJing for them. Ain't nobody there. I remember HK. HK was fire.
Yeah, that was
that
a
ladder
vibe,
was hell though, bro.
Yeah, that ladder was crazy.
You had to climb up a whole ladder, bro. And I got a bad back, so like with the book bag going up the ladder, I wasn't.
At 17, 16, you had a bad back, bro? What's going on?
I had an accident when I was 16, bro.
Correct. So which leads me to... How did DJ Spinking become DJ Spinking?
So I had an accident when I was like 16. That's why I don't promote drinking and driving. It was a bad accident. I ended up in a real bad place. And if you come from the West Indian family, as you know, I was grounded for like my whole life because of that. I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So my older brother Celeb was a DJ, and he had equipment in the basement. And I had nothing to do, so I just started playing with it. And then I would go to school. You know, they'll tell you school, home, That's it. So then at that time, it was I bought like a little camera. And I would like record myself and like live stream. It was Ustream at the time, I think it was called. And they'd be like kids from my school. So I started like 8 people. I used to be hyped, like, oh, this shit, 8 people watching me. And I was just like learning putting up mixes on MySpace. At that time, I ain't gonna lie, when I started DJing, the guy that was the guy was Danny S. On MySpace. He was the guy.
Oh yeah, Danny.
He had all the artist drops. He was fly. He had the braids. Like he was
the jewelry.
like,
All
Shout out Danny S.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Me and Danny S got cool right before he went in on playing 2K. I was he's like, you a DJ? I'm like, I'm trying it out. Like I'm not nobody. So then I E-Radio at that time, it was a thing. They picked me up and I started rocking with that. But then I started doing interviews live from my house on the thing, uploading to YouTube. And then I tried to get in the club. My parents didn't let me out past 10:30. And my brother was promoting. He's like, bro, I can only put you at 8 o'clock. I'm like, nobody at the club. He's like, you got to start somewhere. So cool. Yeah. I had to be home. Then let me throw my own parties. At that time, I didn't even know what hookah was. It was
and now you don't catch Spinking with no hookah. You can't.
But I was renting out hookah lounges. And it was like, I partnered up with my boy at that time who helped me, DJ Pinnacle. And he put me on and he was like, yo, let's do it like this. We could keep the door. There's not really no bar. Then I was like, I'm going to do it myself. But I started doing it myself. And then shout out to my boy Luck, shout out to Justin Combs. We started like throwing out. We kept getting kicked out. And then why? Because capacity.
Oh, so you were selling out.
Oh, so you was
No, it wasn't because it was help. Like we were all doing it at the time. Yeah. Justin was on Sweet 16 and like I was cool with like all the local kids. And then like when I got cool with Diggy and JoJo and the Simmons family, like we went and started doing ballrooms, like hotel ballrooms. And they was not having it. Was like weed smoking outside. Like, I'm gonna just wait till I'm allowed in the clubs because we can't get kicked out everywhere we was at. It was hotel ballrooms, VFWs. We was renting out all them things.
But the VFW, you took it back with that. Yeah, I haven't been to a VFW in a minute.
The post, but like I remember those days, like the CDs. That's something like, oh, you started with the laptop. No, bro. I remember the CDs. I really wasn't turntable era. And old heads don't be mad at me. That wasn't my era. I wasn't around carrying crates, but I was carrying on CD books. I'm gonna get to them. I'm gonna get to them in a second. Yeah, we'll get to them in a second. But I was carrying the CD books and like me and Celeb carrying the equipment and setting up. Like I remember that, bro. Like
people don't realize that CD cases, when you carry CDs, those are books too. Like
no, but it was
a lot of
CDs.
Books.
Yeah, at that time,
that was a lot of
CDs.
Star was working at Valet and Celeb was working at Best Buy. So like we was like putting our money from that. Then they were throwing their own parties. They were doing their own thing. Like they were promoters. Off of my case, they ended up doing the no drinking and driving. So at my parents' house was the pregame spot. Okay. And they were renting out Greyhounds for like 50 people and doing like 2 Greyhounds to Pasha and Webster Hall and promoting the no drinking and driving from Jersey, New York. Yeah, so that's how it happened. So like when my case happened, it was like with the accident, they tried to blame my brothers. Mind you, I wasn't even a DJ then. Yeah. I woke up in the hospital and they're like, what do you want to do? I said,
were you driving? You were the one driving?
I was the one driving. So it was on train tracks. It was a whole movie and
What? Wait. On the train tracks?
Yeah, I blacked out.
Yeah.
And I hit a pole and flipped 3 times on train tracks.
What?
And I had just got the car before it was me and 2 of the kids I was with, friends at the time. The train came and hit the car right after we got out the car.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yeah, it was a whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I saw it on Telemundo the next day. I saw it on Channel 7. Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest, since my experience, I don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Telemundo said I killed 6 people.
What?
I don't watch the news,
That
bro.
could really damage a kid at 16.
No, because
Like, on top of what
you know when you wake up and the screen is there, I'm watching it.
And you're by yourself. You're not with nobody else. You're in the car. So you're like,
so
what's
I'm
going
looking,
on?
I'm like, wait, that's the car. And that's why I shout to Volkswagen. If they give a sponsorship, I'm taking it. That car saved my life. If I was in Star's car, the Nissan, it would have been over. That Volkswagen, bro, I know that body frame, bro. Like I'm telling you, that car saved my life. That's the only reason why I got minor scoliosis. But other than that, I walked away good.
Well, thank God you're still
thank
here with
God
us.
you're here with us.
Clearly, we're here for a bigger reason.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I look at it as a blessing, honestly. It taught me a lot of life lessons, and the family support I had in the hospital was crazy. Like, my brother's friends were up the block at a barbecue, and like, yo, they thought it was like fireworks. And then when they found out it was me, that's when they all came. It was like 100 people at the hospital.
That's another thing. We known each other for years. I never really seen you fucked up, like mad fucked up.
Nah, I be
There's
there.
sometimes
But I
that-
know, you know what it is? It's the
be
glasses.
Is that
I'm gonna start wearing glasses because
my
I can't be out here like this.
Because I'm like, my bro Spinking be working a lot, man. But I
Nah, because
rarely
I ain't
see
gonna lie.
him.
After that, I didn't drink till I was like 22.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember you drinking
When
for
I was
a long
younger,
time.
everybody knew, like from the waitresses to the bartenders to bus boys, they all knew that I needed ginger ale. I didn't smoke hookah. I never smoked weed a day in my life.
Yeah.
Like that was just I just was naturally high. As I got older, and then but like I didn't start till I was
Became
20.
mad social and shit. Like,
Yeah,
let me try this hookah shit.
and then it's cool though. Like as of I'm about to be 2 weeks without liquor.
Okay.
I took a
dope.
break. Yeah,
You gonna keep going?
I'm gonna try to do it for a month, and then after that I'm gonna try to do it just on weekends. Just drink on weekends and not drink during the week.
What is the significant difference from not drinking to drinking for you?
Honestly, when I'm in those bigger rooms, like the Dreas and the Lives, I feel like the liquor gives me that boost and that mental, like, yo, there's a song that you're gonna play that you might not want to play if you were sober, but it'll work.
Yeah.
But like when I'm local, like I don't feel like I need the liquor for that. Sometimes I miss it. Like the other day, I was at Opus. I'm like, damn, son.
You need to
And then I was
drink.
at Harbor. I'm like, damn, like everybody was in there. It was like athletes. It was like rapper. Everybody was in there. I'm like, I needed to just go left. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna keep it cool.
The liquor does help calm the nerves, though. I'm sure.
It
all
definitely
of us
does.
could relate to
Absolutely.
that.
It don't
I-
calm my nerves. It boosts my nerves to make me go left. Like I wouldn't have played this record if I was sober. But if I'm lit, and if they gonna in my head, I'm like, if they don't like it, they don't like it. It's their problem.
Yeah,
if I'm sober, I'm like,
nothing at that
damn, I
point.
see the promoter right there. He looking like it's one mess up and it's over. But nah, but I feel like I needed it because there was a lot of traveling for me in the last month. This month I'm more local, so I can bear with it. When I'm in the big rooms is when I feel like I need the Branson. Like, yo, I need my Branson and Rebel. Son, I need
Yeah,
an
because
ASAP.
you say you stopped drinking, right? But you have a sponsorship.
Yeah, so the bottles still come out and I hand them out. And I pour a
okay.
shot. I still entertain.
Yeah.
I still entertain. I
Yeah,
still,
for the people were like,
Yeah.
how
Nah,
you
but
know?
I'll tell the bartender like, oh, act like you pour this in the cup, pour cranberry in the cup, act like I'm taking a shot. It's dark as hell. You can't tell that. How I'm
Yeah,
taking it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look right now. What's in the cup?
Branson.
No.
Water.
What's in the cup?
That's water.
Oh shit, water.
See, it's
That's
still right
water.
there. It's water.
Niggas would have said it was tequila.
Nah, that's water. That's water. Cause you know it's hard for us like every night. It takes a toll on our body.
Hell yeah.
Like
Yeah.
drinking every day. Like I called myself right the other day. I forgot where I was at. It was Thursday. I was at Republic in the store, and I was like, "What am I about to drink for right now? I'm about to go home and just pass out. Like I'm just like for nothing. I don't need it." Then that's what made me realize like I could do it on weekends. It's cool, but during the week or less occasions, birthdays, I'm cool.
Yeah, the recovery time as you get older ain't the same.
Yeah, it
But
takes-
I don't wake up hurt or hangover. And I be doing that IV drip and all that
Yeah,
cryo. I don't wake up hurt. It's just like mental. I be like, I go home like, damn, I'm just up now. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm up doing nothing.
And he's dead ass when he's naturally high. Like this nigga.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
naturally like that. So I'll be cool.
So you don't feel like you gotta smoke now, like mellow you out a little bit.
Well, I still have the hookah, so I'm cool.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
hookah's my high. Like I fuck with
So
hookah,
you
but
be at home smoking hookah to go to sleep.
I don't smoke hookah at home. I only have the hookah in my house when like my boys come over,
Yeah,
family
yeah,
comes
yeah.
over. I used to be bad. Like get home from the club, smoke, wake up, smoke. You know what's like that? Vinyls. I'm gonna air him out. Vinyls is like that nigga. Vinyls gotta smoke hookah all the time, bro. But that nigga can make a darn good hookah.
Oh, damn good hookah.
It's a fact. Because he
Wait,
got shit in
so-
his house I never seen before for hookah.
So let's go back a little bit because I feel like when people look at Spinking, they just look at all the success you have, all the, you know, the flash, all of this, the that, who you be next to. I want to bring it back and I want to shed some light on, you know, you definitely was in the club at an age you wasn't supposed to be at.
100%.
You was definitely shorter than the whole DJ booth. You couldn't see over the DJ booth.
100%. That's why. So
She has a memory of you. She has a memory.
Nah,
of you.
but to this day, cause like even in Barco, I need that little thing to see a little higher. I need to, cause they looking like I see the glasses and the headband. I don't really know if that's him right there. Nah, I feel her.
You went on tour with Diggy.
Mm-hmm.
How did you go about to have all of these, like to be in that social circle with all? You said you were friends with Justin at the time, with Diggy. So how did that come about?
At the time, younger, Justin had me and Justin, he was throwing parties and I was throwing parties. And he didn't let me in his party. So I didn't let him in my party. And then we just became brothers. Like, me and Justin still to this day, I call him and he called me. That's family. Diggy, I remember one time Star was throwing parties in Jersey and it was at Aiden's Lounge in Patterson. And he was like, yo, at that time, you know, it was the Run's house, the Sweet 16. So he ran into JoJo. So him and JoJo made their own connection. And then they was like doing their thing, getting their money together. That one time, Star was managing him. They was doing the bookings together. And JoJo's like, yo, I got a brother at home. He don't be doing nothing. He can't go nowhere. Star said, word, me too. I got a brother at home that can't do nothing. At that time, I was DJing, but I was still grounded. So I literally was only allowed to go to Diggy's house, and Diggy was only allowed to go to my house.
Oh, wow. God.
We were not allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then one time, I'll never forget, he was in the basement. He had a studio. And he used to proceed in the house. And he's like, yo, I want to try something. So we had an engineer come over, and I started playing with it too. And then he recorded something. And then somehow it got leaked. The next day, his dad woke us up. I had slept over, and he was like, you rap?
To you?
No, to him.
Oh, okay, to you.
And he was like, Spin, you know about it? I'm like, yeah. You know, Rev, you see Rev, even though his family, he put that fear. There's certain people you see. Like, you know how people say when they say 50, they put their fear in. Like, I see Rev, like, he put that fear in your heart, like, when you wake up, like, you did something wrong. And, and then, like, everything was history. Def Jam called. Everybody was calling. And then next thing I know, we was on a Scream tour. I was away from home for, like, 2 years. I used to call Star, I swear to God.
The Scream tour used to be huge.
Yeah, but that was like I was like Chris and them, and then we came in after, and it was us, Tyga, Lil Twist, Mindless Behavior. Like, we was on tour for like 2 years, and then I used to call Star crying, like, I want to go home, son. I ain't gonna lie, because people think I tried college. I tried BCC, and then I tried IAR, and then I tried when we were on tour, I tried going like online, and it couldn't. I couldn't, because like I needed a teacher. But on the road, you gotta do it yourself and hand it in. I couldn't do it. I tried 4 different colleges. My mom said, you wanna try it? You gonna pay for it. Okay.
So you couldn't do it? No, you dropped out?
IAR, they had just built Flight Club across the street. It wasn't working out. Yeah. So then like the Simmons family, then we ended up on the road. And that's where my energy from the club comes from. I started in the stadiums and the concerts before the club. So it was backwards for me. So like my energy, I used to have to warm up the show and do all the stuff. And then wake up, sound check, meet and greet, dinner, show, road. So I was used to. I was a robot as a kid.
Learning.
Did you feel like you was ready for that at the time?
That's why now if I have a day off, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because my mind is so like, I was so used to going. Star was like, yo, we're going to take Mondays and Tuesdays off now to rest. We in the bigger rooms. It's more money. You don't need to be outside. And I'll be home like, damn, son, like, what's niggas doing today? Which I'll be doing at home.
But that's my next question. I wanted to know where Young Graveyard came from.
Young Graveyard came from my boy Lo. So at that time, I had moved out. My parents didn't think I moved out. They thought I was just going to stay, like, chill with Star in Edgewater, and it was him and his boys in an extra room. I started paying rent.
I was about to say, so you got your own whole crib and your parents don't even know.
Nah, it was at 18. I would just like end up saying I was staying there, and I was paying rent. I would stay like 3 times out the week. My boy Lo, who was also staying in the crib, he could call me Young Graveyard because like I was killing the clubs at a young age, and I was doing things that older people weren't doing. So that's where the name came from. I was just bodying and killing these clubs, so he just named me Young Graveyard. He gave me that name, and I just ran with it. My parents ain't like it,
but
they felt like I was close to death. But I just liked it. I have mad alter egos.
Well,
now.
the logo itself is
it's
like
a skull. But I'm changing it now. I revamped the whole thing. I'm gonna probably drop down a new chain or something later on. Not now because I'm not into jewelry right now. But yeah.
So where does Spinking come from?
Spinking came. I'm gonna give him his credit.
Oh, Spinking, not Spinking.
I think I know who it came from, but I want you to tell people where it came from.
It came from Balang, from 1111. And he just started saying on the mic because I used to like.
Not Spinking. Where's Spinking?
Where Spinking came from?
And then you could tell us Spinking.
I'm gonna go. We're gonna go back. So my first name was DJ Exquisite. I hated it.
What?
Okay.
Hated it. Hated it.
You sounded sophisticated, though.
I hated it. So we keeping it real. It's not even an interview. It's a conversation on camera. It was Exquisite, and I didn't like it. So then
who gave you that name?
I made it up. I was in a house. I couldn't do nothing for 2 years. You stay in the house for 2 years.
I mean, we did during the pandemic, but
yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get up to that. So then I ain't gonna lie. At my time, my favorite show, me and my grandfather used to watch, was Kings of Queens. And my favorite DJ at that time, because that's where the versatility comes from like house, hip hop, spin bat.
Yeah.
So I put spin bat and this is a funny story. Celeb used to work at Best Buy. I swear he never made money because all his money went back into Best Buy. That nigga bought every DVD every day. So Celeb had like over 500 DVDs.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, I want something to be with spin. So I would go through all his things and see what name would come. And it was the pack of Kings of Queens. And I just put that's how I swear to God.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I mean, shit.
Yo.
People would thought it was easier than that, but
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
that. It wasn't easier than that. That's where it came from. I just stood with it.
That's just it.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm cool with that shit. So how'd you stumble across your deal, your label deal?
Well, for Body Operator, shout to Ebro. So at the time, before that, I came out with, which is now lit, Jersey Club. Jersey Club music always been lit, but now it's worldwide. Obviously, Drake, Beyonce, they doing it. But it was my first song I made. Me and Vinyls actually made this in the Heights, the beat. He made the beat. It was like under a bunk bed. That's what the little studio was. And we made Tap a Beat to Drill It. And at that time, shout out to Chris Green, Red Cafe, was scorching at the time. He's like, yo, I'm going to get on it with it. Because he's Guyanese.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to get on it with you. And then it started doing, mind you, I was still playing basketball in high school. I was on the varsity team. Like, it was still like all new to me.
Your little short self was on the
Your
basketball?
little short
Right?
self. She's
Yeah.
annoying.
like she's 7 feet.
Yeah, like she 8 feet tall.
Like she Blue Ming
We
over
like
here.
the same height.
Blue Ming.
Yeah. Like she, but so then, yeah.
But
Like,
it's okay because I'm a girl and I wasn't playing basketball.
that's
you
why
feel
they got
me?
Balenciagas for niggas like me. So we
With them, how heavy them shits is, you ain't going nowhere.
Yo, that's funny.
So like he got on that, and then that's when I started getting more into the club scene around Jersey. New York, not as much. Like it wasn't like what Uptown is now. That was never there. There was only one party Uptown that was hard as hell to get into, which was Vintage.
Oh my goodness, that was one of the best parties ever.
Yeah. So
That shit on-
Camilo and Cass One, they had
Yo,
that shit on
that
lock.
shit
And
was
Flipstar and them, nobody else had that. So then I came out with Body Operator after. I always felt like my music was a little bit ahead of its time before it came out.
It was, but Body
Definitely.
Operator Tapping was like
So like if Body
definitely
Operator came
wow.
out now, that's what Pepe's is now. Like if we came out with that now, it's a whole different thing. But we just adapt to what the time is. So it came out with that. It was me, Jeremiah French. We shot that video in Jaguars 3, which is Lust. And Ebro was like, yo, you need a deal for this record to make it go. I was like, you sure? He's like,
How did you wait how do you connect with French and Jeremiah?
French,
Because you can't just I'm gonna put out a record. Let me just call
Yeah,
French
like,
and
yeah,
Jeremiah.
yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
French, back to HK. MMG had the album release party,
Okay,
and he couldn't get in.
French couldn't get it.
Yeah, because at the time he
wow.
wasn't French. He was like mixtape French. Like
French,
they
yeah.
didn't
The-
really
the
know
Smack
him. That was
DVD
still
French.
downtown
Yeah.
at the time. It was still low key kind of racist. So he was like, yo, can you get me? And I got him in. And we
Okay.
became cool just off that.
Oh wow, look at that.
Just off that, him, Chink, rest in peace to Chink, Zach, my brother Zach,
Yeah.
Gabi, everybody. And then me and French just built. French had a flip phone
Okay.
at that. I'll never forget it. He had a
Yeah,
flip
yeah,
phone. That's how we got cool. Jeremiah, I really forgot how me and Jeremiah got cool, but it really like a brotherhood. Like Jeremiah's on, I call him the golden child. He's like on all my songs. Like, but Jeremiah, I always saw a talent in him. Like he was just always different, and then we always vibe. Me, him, Vinyls, Velas, we always vibe. But I remember doing it and did the beat. Vinyls did the beat, and I was like, yo. I remember Jeremiah came to the studio. He started humming. And at that time, I didn't really know. I knew music, but I know the recording process. That's a whole different thing. He's humming. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? This nigga playing around, nigga humming and shit. And he sent it to me, and he was humming. And I'm like, this nigga just sent me some shit humming. He's like, Spin, that's his reference. He's going to go off of it and come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bro, because I don't like niggas playing around too much.
Yeah.
So then he went back, and that's when he's like, And I didn't know what it was. Then he
Yeah,
came
yeah.
back with the la, 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 la. I'm like, all right, we getting somewhere. And then I was like, yo, French. He's like, you sure? He's like, this is different. French always liked my crazy ideas. Jeremiah did too. That's why we always got along. So he got on it. Then Ebro was like, this is the one. That's when I created like, the hip house.
Yeah, hip
It was
hop.
like hip hop artists on house beats. And that's when I dropped that mixtape with like all hip hop artists on house things. That year, that hip hop, that's what also helped me, that hip house mixtape. 6 out of 10 artists on that were end up on the freshman list at the end of the year.
Crazy.
Ooh.
So they kind of feel like I called it.
Yeah.
So it kind of helped me change the culture to like, all right, we're going to see what he's doing next. Because the artists he worked with, it works. So then we shot the video for it. The video was crazy. It was on MTV. And New York Times named it as the #2 record of their year on the
Oh, wow.
paper.
Crazy.
For New Year's, yeah. And E-Brother, we got to get us a deal. So he got me the deal. So then, that's when I went to E1. You know, shout to Gabby, shout to Alan, and we did what we did there. And then I stayed there for a little bit. But, you know, I felt like I always was, when it came to labels, I felt like I was always helping the labels more than labels was helping me.
Yeah.
I felt like they always wanted me and Star to, yo, y'all got the connections, use y'all connections to help us bring the label back. It was never.
Well, I think at
gonna
E1,
push.
honestly, I think at E1 is like a label where you have to do.
You got to do your work.
You got to do
But
the
for
work.
that, I would have invested myself. So
Exactly.
What kind of deals did you have?
I had
A distribution?
I had an album deal,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
got out of it.
Yeah.
Nobody
But
ever
for
got an album from me.
distribution?
Yeah, it was distribution and marketing.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
It was everything. So
They gave you a budget and everything?
yeah, and then the budget. But we'll get to that. Then Adult Swim came along, and I was like, yo, I'm getting tired of dropping these records, and it's doing stuff over here. Like at that time, Body Operator at Talle and Phuket, that shit was going
Killing
crazy.
it.
Yeah. But it was just like, I'm like, I want to get out of New York. But then my brother was like, you got to be blessed because there's niggas where they from. They don't get the love in their city, and they love everywhere.
Yeah.
But they'd be like, damn, bro, I don't get love at home. So I had to take that in like as a blessing. So then I was like, I want to do something else. I heard Cheerleader. You remember that song? Cheerleader? I think I found myself a cheerleader.
That's
yeah.
So I told Vinyls and Velas, shout out to Vela, I want to do something like this. I want a feel good song. So then we went in and we had that tempo. It was too high. And then we came in. And then, this is the funny part. Tyga sent me a record. And it was called Deep Sea Diving at the time. And the producer wanted $20,000. I was like, "Fam, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not giving you $20,000 for this beat."
Yeah.
And Tyga, this is when that's how I built my relationship with Tyga off the Scream tour. Cause I was always at Soundcheck, and me and him was always vibes. So we just became cool. Shout out to Jay Irvin too, off of that. So then we did Adult Swim. It was Deep Sea Diving, and I was like, Vinyl was like, we don't need this beat. Fuck him.
Yeah.
So we
I'ma
went in
make
and we redid it. So Tyga's vocals off that. Velas wrote the hook, put Jeremiah on it.
Yeah.
I mean, put Tyga on it. And Tyga was like, dang, how I did that? And then he was like, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm missing somebody. I need somebody. Call Ferg. Ferg sent them within 3 days.
Yeah.
So then, it sounds funny. I was on my way to a strip club. And I was talking to Jeremiah. I'm like, yo, I always want my friends' opinions in music. Not necessarily I want you to get on it. So I sent it to him. Nigga, Jeremiah sent back his verse.
Like I'm on it. I don't care what you say.
No, but he
Just
bodied
add
it.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, it's two rappers and a melodic. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I went to E1. He said, all right, we can't put it out. I said, why not? That's when Tyga had Rack City. He was scorching. They said, Tyga's going to want 50,000. Birdman, Young Money, they're not going to clear it. A$AP Ferg's going to want this. Jeremiah's going to want this. So how about this? Give me a video budget. I got it. They didn't believe me.
Yeah.
The next day, everybody was cleared on that record with no money. Once again, me and Star using our power and they taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
I almost cleared almost $100,000 in clearances.
Meanwhile, you could have lied
I went
to
back
them.
for the video. Tyga said, we all gonna shoot in LA. We all live in LA. Let's do Alex Nazari. That time that was Black Diamonds. He was shooting all Chris and Tyga shit. He wanted 30 for the whole video. Cool. I went to E1. We got 5,000. What?
I just cleared almost 100.
They said we had. I'm not making this up. They know this is facts. I say this on camera. I don't care. It's facts. At that name, if I'm lying, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Star had a thing with me. Anytime I made a certain amount of money a week, I had to give it to him, put in an envelope, and I kept this.
Yeah.
I went. How much I had? I had 28,000 to my name at that time. I said, Star, I'm gonna do it. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. I gave everything I had. I paid for flights, everything, cars, everything.
Yeah.
Because they said you could do it this way without the permits, or do it without. If you do it without cops come, it's over. I said, I'm doing permits. I'm going the full thing. We did it.
It's a good video too, by the way. It was a
Thank
good
you.
one. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a good video.
Like,
I remember
dope video on the beach and all that. It was
like, cause with
Money
the
well
beach,
spent, my nigga.
Yeah,
so then
no.
I came back. Yo, bro, I had $100 in my pocket, son.
Yeah.
I came back, and I was like, it's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. They didn't even want to put the record out. Come to find out, they had a artist that I'm like, yo, bro. To this day, that's just me pushing it with us and our resources, me and Star. That record's it's over 100 million on YouTube, and on Spotify it's like 85 million.
Oh wow!
Imagine if I really had a machine behind it, what that shit would have did.
That was just basically you.
And that record is bigger overseas than it is here.
Yeah, and that was a good record here, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
So
I
how
got some
important
shit.
would you say that it is to bet on yourself?
I always bet on myself.
Yeah.
I'll tell any DJ come up to me, whether it's upcoming or they there or whatever it is, you're your best investment because you're the only person that can bring you your return.
I think people see that though through like the shit you put on Instagram, the things you say on Instagram. It's always about putting back into yourself.
Like the only people I give credit is my family, and that's it. It's me and Star in this. Like it's not. We don't let outsiders in.
Yeah,
that's how people.
I think a lot of people don't understand how much money you put into yourself. Also, like people think, oh, Spin just making all this.
Nah,
bread.
bro. Like
roughly,
I came
how
back.
much would you say you've invested into your whole career?
I can't even.
You think you over $1 million?
100%.
Yeah,
I guarantee that.
Though, you know what I'm saying?
Guarantee that. And I tell everybody. I posted the other day, and it's not to downplay anybody, but shout to Envy, shout to Pro Style. But besides them, growing up, who DJs we looked up to, who was fly?
Yeah.
Facts.
Nobody was into the fashion doing.
You're right.
Nobody was doing photo shoots like that. They was doing whatever they was taking pictures they took and put them on flyers. Like they wasn't going to the store spending $10,000 on photo shoots. Yeah. Niggas doing that now because they got to keep up with what's going on. Because either you stay with it or you get left out.
Yeah.
But they wasn't doing that before.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. How much you got to invest in yourself daily. Like say you're doing 40 clubs a month. You got to get new fits for like almost every one of those
like
events.
One thing,
like,
and it's one person
cheap.
is Fifth always told me that, and I even Meek said, you never count somebody's pockets.
Yeah.
Okay, so I make this the end of the night, right? I got to pay security. I got 2 security guards, and I got 2 managers. You don't understand what the money's going into.
Yeah.
I got a car. I got a $300,000 car that sits at home that gets driven like twice a month, but it's what I like. It's what I worked for. I grew up watching MTV Cribs. Now I live like them niggas. Come to find out, niggas on MTV Cribs was renting houses to look like something that wasn't even there. But it's true.
Dang, nah, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta get in where you fit in, but you also want to stand out. And then you gotta don't live above your means. Like my mom always told me, save for rainy days. The hardest thing I ever went through was that pandemic, bro.
Yeah.
Not as far as I was blessed enough financially to save, but as far as I didn't know what to do. I was doing 70 parties a month at that time. And then you tell me I got to sit home for a year to just sit home?
Yeah. Because we did.
Bro, it came to a point where I was buying liquor, buying like club lights for my house, throwing Instagram live parties, and that shit was fire to me, bro.
Yeah, you did
I got
on
Call of Duty because of that. I wasn't into video games like that. Like, that pandemic was hard for everybody.
Yeah.
What did it do to you mentally?
Mentally, it told me how to sit down.
But you needed that.
I needed that. I'm thankful for the pandemic.
Yeah.
I had one of the best times of my life during the pandemic. Don't get me
I
wrong.
had a good time too.
I had a great time during the pandemic. But it was like, it showed me that overnight, this shit could go blank.
Yeah.
And all this watches, jewelry, all that shit don't mean nothing. Because I had it. Where am I wear it to? Supermarket? It wasn't doing nothing. It was sitting there. So that's why it's like anybody that you doing stuff now, you do it because it's cool, or you doing it. Don't do it to impress nobody. Do it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
I do this fly shit because I like fly shit. I won best dressed in middle school and high school. This is not new because of the DJ shit. This is what I love. My brother's been like that.
Yeah.
I like jewelry because it looks cool to me. Not because I wanted to make you think I'm cool. I know I'm cool.
Yeah.
You don't got to do that to just be that person. You could be that person without having it. I was that person before I had jewelry. I just started getting jewelry like 3 years ago. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
I
I see
haven't.
when you just said, since high school, you're talking about high school, and I see that the guys you roll with, like I know them,
Yeah,
I rock with them.
Black, for instance,
Especially
you just saw.
You know what I'm saying?
8 years old, since I knew him.
Yeah, a lot of the people you've been your people before.
X,
the Spin
Biggie,
King.
Orlando, Sean, Low, like my guy Low, he's with my brother's age, but he's still around. We still hang. We were just together yesterday. I don't let nobody new around me. Like I don't need new energy. Because if you trying to, I know if they tell me something, it's because they have my best interest.
Yeah.
They all been since elementary. I knew all of them. They used to walk me home from school. Star couldn't type thing, or Celeb couldn't. Like that's how my family's based on. That's why I say I don't have friends. I have family and associates, and that's it.
Going back to a little bit how you were saying Envy and Ebro and all of these people, a lot of people did welcome you into the industry, but a lot of people didn't. How was it for you coming into the game as such a young DJ?
That's the fear that we all face, especially the DJs coming up now, because like she said, or you guys said, like they see the Lambo, they see the jewelry, they see the clubs, they see the cars. I didn't always have that. That wasn't handed to me. I was always a rumor that my parents were born into oil money. I wish. You know what I mean? Right now,
You know, I'm not gonna lie, nigga. I heard that.
I heard that too.
Wait,
Yeah,
oil
I
money.
heard not oil money. I was like, yo, Spin King's parents are rich. I'm
come
like, bro,
from
I
money.
don't.
Well, we
I
heard.
My mom worked at HSBC Bank for 25 years. She retired last year. My dad retired 2 months ago from where he worked at.
Yeah.
Why would they work that long if we had that much money? I'm gonna be honest. I would not be here sitting with y'all right now.
Yeah.
Like it don't make sense. I wouldn't be DJing every day. I want to DJ 60 parties a month, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta expect. I got shit to pay, champ. I ain't trying to. Then I want to clear this up on here because I ain't get to do it yet. Wikipedia, y'all gotta fix that shit. I am not worth $90 million right now.
Let's clear that.
I found that out during the pandemic.
Now we gotta Google it.
I found that out.
I would leave it alone. Like, what you mean? Leave that shit alone.
Nah, because you know what it is? I found out during the pandemic. Because somebody sent it to my mom.
Yeah. I know your mom called you like, what's going on?
Where's my cut? Like, she's like, where's my shit at?
No, we get into the bag, but it's not 90 M. Like, I played the lotto for that billion. Don't get this shit fucked up. Like,
man, I missed that one.
Yeah, but like, you got to work for it. And yo, bro, there's days where you be like, I know we all have our days. It's like, yo, bro, when is it going to change? It's going to change. It's not up to you when it's going to change. It's going to happen. And it's like the ego, the envy, like a lot of self, you know, Camilo, Cass One, and like DJs ask me nowadays, and it's a tricky question for me, right? Do you want to be down? Like, do you think I should be down with a DJ crew? Yeah. And I can have a yes or no answer to you, right? Growing up.
Before you answer that, how important you think a DJ crew is to you?
To me,
it's not. It's not important to you. Okay.
When I was 19, when I was 20, going up to hot at the time, it was very important to me. Yeah. And growing up, we all wanted to be a heavy hitter.
Yeah, that's without a doubt.
Listen, everybody, Camilo, he put that shit on, the way he DJ, his style, his mic game, and Cass One, one of my favorite DJs, Big Ben. The way I have like a mixture of me and like 5 people. There's definitely L Bugs, Mike, like the way he talks on that mic, and like, you know, Cass One, Big Ben, you know, like Self, Envy, Camilo, Pro Style, like those guys. A lot of my flower hat goes off to Enough. Yeah. Nice. There was a time I was going up there, I was interning for a very long time. Shout to Mr. C, and he's like, "It's coming, Pop. You know how Pop. Wait, it's coming your turn." And then it was like 2 weeks before, like, we're gonna announce it. Then the week we announced, he called me like, "I need to see you in person." So I went up. We're not gonna do it. I'm like, "Damn, I'm not doing my job." He said, and this is the first time I ever said this. I see you bigger as a DJ than without a crew. You're bigger than a crew. Okay. And I ran with it since then.
From the boss's mouth. From
the boss of
Hefe's mouth.
He told me, you're bigger than the DJ crew. Right? You do. Star was there. He's like, you don't need it. And I run with that. And if you want to, that's fine. I'm not against it. I have nothing against it, because I look at the heavy hitters, them niggas, bro, if a heavy hitter drops a record today, it's in rotation tomorrow, because you understand how spread out them niggas are. Yeah. I still look at them as my family, all of them. Yeah. But it's just like, as far as don't lean on it, you don't need it. If they reach out to you, take into consideration. Yeah. It can help you, as its pros and cons. But as far as like when Enough told me that, I was like, yo, it's crazy. And not many DJs made it without being part of a crew at one point in their life. You got to look at the list. Everybody's at one point in their career been a part of a crew.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's up with Flex? You guys ever like smoothed out what the hell y'all was going through?
Because I remember that really like
I knew back in my head. When she mentioned entry, I knew that shit was coming. All right, look.
Right, can we talk about why that happened?
All right, so I never had an issue with Flex. Everybody growing up looked up to Flex. So don't edit this shit. Cut this shit raw, like steak raw.
You heard it first. Dude.
So we was at, I think it was Tale. What's that shit behind?
Negro Claro.
Tale. No, that's Tale. No, we don't get to Negro Claro.
Oh, I remember Negro Claro day, but go ahead.
There's a couple of things. Hold on.
So Negro Claro, it was New Year's Eve.
Let's talk about Tale. Let's don't jump.
No, I mean Tale. It was Tale. So it was New Year's Eve. It was me, Flex, I think Triple Threat, Enough. And I had heard through the grapevine, like, for some reason, at that time when I was younger, I heard that he didn't like me or whatever the case may be. He didn't like the way I was moving. I don't care. So I was like, yo, I told the promoters, I think bro, not for nothing, that shit was crazy. They had Ace Hood, French, Ross, ASAP Ferg, and Khaled.
Oh,
all in the
yeah, it was New Year's Eve. I'll never forget it.
Oh, they sold out.
So
crazy.
Then we on a I said, yo, not for nothing, I don't want no issues. Put us in between.
What do you mean?
Oh, put somebody in between y'all DJing.
Me and Flex.
Okay.
So they put, it was supposed to be Enough, me, Camilo, Flex. I really don't remember who's supposed to go in between me and Flex. So then I pulled out my laptop. And I'm not gonna lie, I could be making it could be Negro Claro than this, or this than Negro Claro, but it's one of the two. So then the nigga unplugged my laptop.
He unplugged your laptop?
Physically?
Yeah. So it was me, Enough, Flex. He came over and he unplugged my laptop. And I
Wait, so you're mid set,
and I had already told the light man if he does something, I already had a backup plan.
Oh, okay.
So he did that, and when I was like, what's up with this nigga? So then I turned the lights all black, plugged my shit back in, and he moved. At that time, it was Drake. We made it. And I played We Needed a Moment of Silence. Nigga, we made it, and the club went fucking crazy.
Yeah. Backup plan.
Yeah, I already had
the funniest shit.
Because one time, like, rewind back to Aiden's, he came up, and I'll give him that. He spun my shit and stopped it.
Okay.
And that's what made my mic game stronger. I'll give him credit for that. Because I looked, I'm like, oh, shit. This pack, bro, it's like 2,000 people there. And he did that. That made my mic game stronger. That was the first time I met Flex. It was in 80s that time. So then, whatever.
So the first time you met Flex, he spins back your record.
Yeah, but it was love. It was cool.
Okay, so it was cool. Like, it was some cool shit. Okay.
17. You got a problem. I don't know. Niggas be in their feelings. But anyway, so then, fast forward to Nego Claro. It was my man Ray Block's birthday. We were all in there. We was deep. And it was a favor for Russ.
Okay.
I was like, yo, Russ, I do not want to do. I don't want to get. I'll go show love. I'm not DJing because he's doing. I'm not doing this. There was a DJ on that town. I ain't gonna say no names. He took him.
You really
off set.
Not gonna say no names?
I'm not gonna say no names.
Damn.
No.
he took him off set, and because I think it's gonna say, because if I say the name, it's like I'm trying to play him, but I'm not.
Okay,
I'm trying to defend him.
Okay.
He took him off set, and I ain't like that.
Yeah.
So I went up and I opened my laptop, and he said, "You're not getting on." Black was there.
While somebody's trying to DJ or while music?
He's talking about Flex. So Flex was on
while I'm opening my laptop.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't want the other DJ going because he did the same thing to him. So I'm like, I'm gonna go on. He said, "You got to get off." I'm like, "I'm not getting off." He said, "I'll make you get off." I said, "So make me get off." So then Russ came over there, yo, let him get off. So I'm in the corner, I'm hot, boy.
Yeah.
I'm on 1,000, and I wasn't tricking at that time. I ain't gonna lie, we had about 30 rosés at our table. I'm looking at each one of them like, yo, bro, I'm about to. So Black's telling him, Black whispered something in his ear on camera. I can't say what, but it made him be like, oh. He unplugged his laptop and he left. Whatever that man said to him, he realized what time it was. But he was on the mic saying, I tell you when to get on. You know how he talk.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you when to get on. You don't tell me when to get on, all that. So then my man told him, don't go on the radio the next day. He said, I'm not going to do that. Goes on the radio the next day, starts calling me strawberry milk, all this kind of shit. Yeah, it was crazy. Bro, it was like for 2 months going on. And I'm talking to my radio guys. If you know the radio guys, you know, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know where this is coming from. So then I was like, I'm going to play his game. That's why I fucked up. I responded to him. Everybody told me don't respond to him. I responded to him. Young, you know, we with it. So then I was in a strip club at that time. And at this time, this is when that strip club was like on fire. We ain't gonna say no names, but that strip club was lit at the time. It's dead now. But I'm
gonna let him rock. We just gonna let him rock. Go on, Spin.
I ain't gonna hold you. We had them come out with Nesquik milkshake sparkles and singles.
I remember that.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I had the bar Bernice and them. I swear to God, they came out with with sparkles, and I was doing that like that's how like.
Oh, you was trolling, so you started trolling back.
Since then. So then it just came into a whole thing, and long story short, it was like going on forever and ever. And then I ain't gonna lie, I think I still got that shit in my phone. He called me up and we spoke on air on his show, and we cleared the air, and
I think he apologized.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, he apologized.
Yeah,
I even heard, hold on, you had a little situation with Nicki Minaj, and if I'm not mistaken, he was DJing her show, her podcast, and he stood up for you.
He stood up for DJs. He didn't say my name, but it probably was.
No, I think he did. If I'm not, I'm pretty sure he did. He said, no, don't talk about it like that.
But yeah, so then we spoke and we cool. Like if I see him, it's love. It's still Flex. He still taught niggas how to do this. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he got to do to keep his kingdom, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep my kingdom, and that's all.
So
it is.
do you think the older DJs like Flex are wrong for still staying in the forefront and not giving
wrong to an extent
DJs?
because he could have had a me under his wing.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
there's other DJs like they older DJs that they could have had a DJ me or a Blue or you or him somebody under them that could give them the ear what's going on in the streets. Yeah, and
their egos,
and they're not trying to adapt to time. It's the time. The same thing with artists. Look at Gucci. He adapts to that time. He had the Thugger. He had the Rich Homie. Like he had, now he got Pooh Shiesty. Like he adapts to the time. Look at Yo Gotti. he could be selfish. Yo, Gotti, you gotta tip your hat off to that man. He's building. We were talking about a conversation the other day of will there be another Rockefeller? Will there be another this? Yo, Gotti. He got Doug. He got Money Back. He got a team right now, bro.
Glorilla, he just signed.
You gotta. So he just signed those girls. That
So a lot of DJs, I feel like now we're cooler, but back then they was not with it.
Yeah.
And Envy just spoke on a thing. I just saw him saying it. Like, shout to Envy. He always supported me in everything I do. Like even when me and Flex was going at it, I wasn't on Power yet, but they were going at him on Power for me. Him, Clue, Self. They always show me. That's why I came to Power.
Yeah.
It felt like a home of family, and it felt like going somewhere where you gotta compete with people in your own thing. Like I didn't feel like that over here. I
think there's like a much more mature station.
Look at Powerhouse. That wouldn't have happened over there.
Yeah, no way.
The 3 powerhouses I did over here, they would never happen over there.
For the people that don't know what he's talking about, Spinking has a special set at Powerhouse called Spinking and Friends. Okay, where Spinking
Powerhouse and
brings out a lot of his friends are dope artists and stuff like that. So if y'all don't know, come to the next Powerhouse because it's gonna be lit. So make sure you get your tickets.
I got something. We got something special. Last year something crazy was gonna happen, but he ain't come last minute. But
so let's shed a little bit of light on that whole Nicki Minaj situation. And I've also been present myself when you have artists that just be in their bag about, I guess,
feelings.
Yeah. So I'm
Nicki, if you watching this, can you unblock me, bro? Because like we can make some music.
Who you talking about?
Nicki.
Oh, Nicki.
She
Okay.
blocked you.
She blocked you?
Yeah.
What
crazy.
exactly happened with that whole Nicki Minaj?
It was a whole thing that went viral when her and Cardi were beefing, low key or fake, whatever it is. And Cardi's family. I'm riding for Cardi. I don't know if you're like, Cardi's been, even when Cardi got on, she never forgot.
But hold on, but you gotta explain why Cardi's family, like you guys.
So Cardi comes from a club my brother used to own called Lush. She was a dancer there. And then like, me and Cardi always been cool. And then when she came out with a record called Lick, with her and Offset, I was playing it. Nobody was playing it. She would come uptown and party. Cardi always been family since the strip club scene. She would fight, get suspended. I would try to talk to them, get her back. Like Cardi, Ashanti, Keita, Sweetness, all like her crew, they're still there. Like, and I'm still cool with them. Like it's crazy to see everybody blossom into what they're doing. So when Cardi got on, you know, people get on. She never forgets.
Yeah.
Like Cardi just had me DJ the Met Gala Playboy after party. She called me.
Seen that.
Her birthday party during the pandemic in Vegas. She called me to DJ her birthday party. Like. And it's never about like this or that. It's always if you call, I'm there. And if I FaceTime Cardi, y'all probably see me post screenshots on my story. Like Cardi in bed 2 weeks ago, I was at Live. I FaceTime her playing the record, and Offset was next to me, and she was in bed with the kids. But like that's family. So then when they were going at it, I said, I don't know, could have been the Liquor, could have been the Branson. I don't know.
You got little in
I was playing her verse in Motorsport, and I said something that Team Cardi on this side. And I dropped Cardi's record, and the crowd went crazy. It went viral.
Yeah.
And then 50 was joking and he posted it.
You can't get by with nowhere, right?
That's my brother. But I don't have nothing against Nicki. And to clear it now, it sounds I've never met Nicki in my life.
Yeah.
I don't have a relationship with Nicki. Cardi's family. I've been at Cardi's family parties, barbecues. We've been around each other for a very long time as family. So if you have a younger sister or older brother, and somebody's in it, you're gonna stick up for them.
Of course.
On your platform.
Yeah.
The club is my platform. That's all it is.
I'm going to bring up another situation. I was in the club one time, and this is during the whole Casanova situation. And Casanova came over. You were on set, and Casanova grabbed the mic and said, "You're a DJ, this is why you shouldn't pick sides, blah, blah, blah. You should play everybody's music." How did that make you feel? And with those two situations moving forward, how important do you think the DJ's opinion is on situations that are biased situations like that?
Well, you can't pick sides, and you don't pick sides. You know, sometimes, free Casanova, free 2 times. It's just sometimes in the moment of things, when things is going on, people get in their feelings about it. But later on, Casanova, that's my guy. Shout to, what's his name? Jazz, everybody in the crew. Like, it's all love. As a DJ, you can't get involved in it in that sense. The reason with the Cardi and Nicki thing, I said something, and that was a lesson learned. And be careful how big your platform is. You don't know how big you are, because it's like, I woke up the next day, I'm on Shade Room, I'm on Ball Alert. I'm like, I woke up, my phone was on fire, and I was like, yo, bro, where are they coming from with this? Like, it was just a clip, and it was actually at Opus.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And then I learned from that, and when 50 posted, I was like, damn, bro, this shit about to go crazy. And then I had like quickly spoke to Nicki, and then that was it. And I was blocked, but it ain't nothing like, I don't have, Nicki is Nicki Minaj, bro. Like at the end of the day, you can't, that's her. Like she's You know, everybody has their era. Like it was Lil Kim, then it was Nicki, and then this generation is Cardi. It's good. That goes back to the DJs. There's gonna be somebody else. Either take them under the wing or you can compete with them. That's the only way to look at it. So, I mean, that's how it is with me and Cardi. I learned from it. I ain't gonna be doing crazy because I don't know what cameras on social media right now. And it's wilding, boy.
It's crazy. It's definitely crazy.
What advice would you give to the upcoming DJs? Like, you know, be careful what you say.
Nah, be careful. Be careful what you say. But it's like I want to shed light on. Out of anywhere right now, I want to shed light on the Queens DJs because I feel like they sticking together in a crew. Like there's a bunch of them in Queens, and it's like coming from. I can't remember all the names, so I don't want to miss nobody out by saying no names. But shout out to the Queens DJs. Like they're all coming up and they doing their own thing. They got their own following. They going out. Like people always looked at me like when I first started coming out, or they be like, "Why do you need a table? Why do you?" Now they see it. Why? Like when I did live. For my first time, I hosted a table, but I brought in 15K of networks to tables in there.
Yeah.
Like I'm hosting a table because I want to see what's going on. I want to hear a DJ before me, but I'm making the table look good. We're gonna have the girls around. It's not for anything within the. It's to make it look good. It's what you portray, how you sell it with the liquor, with the Branson and everything. But as a DJ nowadays, we're not just a DJ. You know, we got to be a promoter. Video drops. We got to get another phone just for the video drops. Like you got to do everything, but it just sometimes it's too much. But we wanted it. We prayed for it. We wanted to be here. So it's either complain or you do it and get the job done.
I definitely think, you know, I said this for a long time. DJs are rock stars.
You definitely said that.
I definitely said DJs are rock stars for a long time. So I just want to salute. I always, you know, give flowers. So I just want to salute everybody here again. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
We knew each other for the longest, and I've seen everybody's drive here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my flowers to you guys again, because we are the new rock stars. They can't fuck with us.
Appreciate
okay? You guys know that.
Thank you.
Was there ever a time in your whole DJ career where you were getting to a point like, I don't know if I want to DJ anymore. I want to do something else.
Or it wasn't hitting for you, or, you know, at a point where it was like, damn, is this really...
Like, there was a strand where it was like, as a DJ, you know, we gotta learn slow seasons, where it's like the bookings are gonna slow down because it's slow. Excuse me, and
that's surprising to hear from DJ Spinking. You have a slow season, like what?
Nah,
what? You have a what?
Nah,
DJ Spinking 70 parties a month.
Because like as a DJ, it's like as you get older, you want a management. I say the biggest thing in our world is time management. That's the biggest thing for us. We got to know. That's why Self was looking at me when he was over there.
You get older.
Yeah, my mixes and like family time and vacations. You have to have that downtime. Like you got to take out that time, go get a massage. It's good for your mental. You got to clear your mental. You can't be a robot. You're gonna shut down. 50 told me that. You're gonna shut down. You need a time where you got to block out. Like Star now, he don't care what it is. Monday and Tuesdays they're blocked. Unless it makes sense, we're not doing it because there's no point. Like even security, they need their downtime. Everybody needs their mental downtime. So, like I learned during the pandemic how to structure time management, how to fit things in where they belong. So it's like I know. So like January, it's a slow month.
Yeah.
August is kind of slow because it's back to school. So like you got to know when to. All right, if it's 70 parties going down to 50, it sounds crazy. I don't mean it like that. If it's 70 going out to 50 parties, you be like, all right, I'm gonna take this week and go here instead of I don't need to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They could do without me for a week. You got to do that because you got to value time with your family as well because that's what matters also. Yeah.
So you keep mentioning 50. I don't. You guys know he signed under the Branson brand.
Cognac, yeah.
All of that good stuff. When that came
we need Branson in here. Let me say this shit. We need Branson.
I have a case here tomorrow.
The Party Starter podcast. Okay, that's what I gotta say.
Thanks.
I got you.
We'll talk about it.
I got you.
But working with 50, how did that change your life?
Well, I'll tell you how I met 50. The flex thing.
Oh shit!
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how y'all got cool.
Well,
I forgot about that.
He loves shit like that, right?
He called me. I didn't even know 50.
That's
I never even met him. He called me. He was like, "Yo, don't pay attention. You're doing your thing. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot." I run with that in my head, back in my head all the time. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. So I got nothing but love for all the DJs. I see you doing your thing in the streets right now.
Yeah.
Just don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Not in that situation, in any situation. Hung up the phone.
That was that.
That sounds like 50. That's 50.
Yeah, it was a message. So then I had an interview. I dropped For the Culture, my mixtape at the time. For the Culture, and I had a This Is 50. And with me and Black was there. Black made me do everything. So we was there, and he walking by. eating a popsicle.
Yeah.
He walk by.
Hey,
what's up?
you. No,
Take 4 steps back. You the Spin King, nigga?
That's how he talks.
I'm like, yeah. He said, come on. So I go to his office. Still to this day, I never did that interview.
Yeah.
I was in his office for 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
And that's when, a couple weeks after, we ended up doing the effing deal with the effing vodka.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just became family. Like, that's like my third, I had Star Celeb. That's my third oldest brother. And he looks at my family as his family. Like, he spends Christmas. He's with,
I see it.
yeah, like,
for the people
that's
that don't follow
that's
it,
my
don't
brother.
follow
Like,
But you're the
and-
first DJ he signed too.
Yeah. And and that's when I brought on like at the time it was like I brought on my brother Pere, I brought on Steph Cakes, like I brought on people Aunt Resto. Like I'm not a hater, bro. Like if I fuck with, I can put money in your pocket, I'm gonna put money in your pocket because I know what it feels like to get hated on.
Yeah,
I got hated on by people that I thought I was cool with, and then they turned me dirty on their back. I would never do that because that feeling is trash, especially when you upcoming. That makes you be like, I ain't trying to do this shit no more. I ain't trying to DJ no
people
more.
don't. I got a good amazing relationship with you. People don't really understand that how hard you work, right? Or they see the glamour and shit, but they don't understand how hard you work and how stern but humble you are.
I'm humble to an extent when I need to remind niggas of what it is, but I'm humble around family. Like, y'all family. So I'm not gonna wear all my jewelry and come in here thinking I'm the nigga. Nah, this is like we're sitting on the couch having a conversation. But then there's people that I realize you gotta remind them sometimes. Like people that trying to trick you out your spot or watch from a side eye. Cause this niggas you shake their hand on a daily basis, they be like, and then you see them like, you deal with it with the girl business. Like, oh, she's saying this. That's why Blue don't hang around people. I know Blue for a very long time. She don't let nobody trick out her spot. She's not stupid. She's gonna put you on game. You stay here, you always gonna be good. When you try to spread yourself into 4 lanes, that's when you drive yourself crazy. Stay in that 1 lane because this game right now is everybody trying to trick you out your spot. And that's just how it is. And you got to stay humble to an extent because you never know who's watching. I'm going to give you a perfect example, and we can take wherever y'all want to go after that. I was DJing Vashti's event. At the time, she was Pharrell's girl for her Jordan release. Rev and the Simmons family. Shout out to Simmons family because they helped me a lot in my career of how to be humble, how to play the game. Yeah. Jay-Z was there. I didn't know he was there. There was only 50 people there. And I was DJing. And when I got off, he was like, you did your... They ended up telling me like the last 5 minutes I did a Jay-Z set. He was in the corner. And then he's like, you did your thing. You won't be big. You know, everybody was like at the VIP. You know where Jay-Z was at? He was the only nigga at the bar.
What?
Really?
That changed Star's mental perspective on how to be after you get to a certain level. And that's why Star like playing the bar now. Because it's like, you got to do what people don't think you're going to do. And that's what made me realize he's humble. He had the bar.
Yeah.
He's chilling at the
And you
bar.
know he could buy the bar.
And he could buy that club.
But he's with a cup. And that changed, like, certain things got to bring you back down to remind you, but you only got to act a certain way in certain, like, when you're in a certain position.
Yeah.
And somebody trying to trick you out of spot. But you just got to remember as DJs, like, we all going to go through shit. We all going to be like, yo, this promoter not acting funny. He not answering his phone. Nah, bro, it's a lot of DJs. Niggas got to get to it. How can I make me stay on his radar? You think I want to be paying these $10,000 photo shoots, playing SFL, these fucking $1,000 videos? Bro.
My man done raised his price on
But you got to do it. And I'll tell DJs this, content is everything. Look at me. You think I want to dress like this every day? No, I don't. It's a lot.
It gets pricey.
Yo, like my family, everybody be like, yo, you good? How much time you need? Nigga, I need like 30 minutes for hair and makeup. I be joking around, but it's dead serious, bro. Because what I'm throwing, I don't want to, but you have to. Because now I realize that I made it to this thing. I gotta maintain it. And if you don't maintain it, that's when it gets.
Waiting for that one day.
They waiting for that. Oh shit, he got robbed. He ain't got jewelry on. No, nigga, I ain't want to wear the SK today, nigga. Like, but that's how this world is. It takes that one little moment. The internet is that moment, and you just gotta be careful how you play with the internet.
Let me ask you. You move around with 2 securities. You have all this jewelry. I know, me and you constantly talk about this. There's a lot of robberies going on in New York.
Oh, yeah, New York is crazy.
But it's also been said through the grapevine, oh, Spinking thinks he's all that, Spinking this, da-da-da. Can you explain to the public how important it is, how you move because of your safety and what's going on outside?
100%. I'm going to give you a perfect example of what just happened. I've been on, like, my family about, like, going bowling or doing things in the summer, because they got kids, and I like to spend family time. Like, I was off at that time. On a Sunday, I only had 1 party. Normally, I got 4. So I'm like, let's go eat. Let's go bowling. We go bowling. Me, my brother, my girl, the baby, Angie, my sister Janelle, everybody's there. It's a 4-month-old and a 4-year-old. and just us. We bowling.
Yeah.
Star goes upstairs to the bar. Somebody comes around, blah, blah, blah. Yo, nah, bro, not right now. Not the time. I'm with my family. Cool. Comes downstairs. He's standing there the whole time while we bowling.
Man, that's weird.
And my old celeb is out of us. He's the most humble, calmest one. I got the slick mouth. Stars in between.
Yeah.
Depends on what cup of drink he's on.
That's the celeb. Celeb's my guy.
Yeah, celeb's my guy. Celeb's the woosah. Celeb's
Right.
spin. It ain't not right now.
Yeah.
He's just standing there, but he's just standing there. And Anissa, which I know is like my heart, she's running around. She's looking. I'm like, Anissa, go bowl. So then, you good? Yeah, I'm just here. You know we Guyanese. I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, yo, bro, that's not the time. Like, I'm with family.
God,
So I don't want to go up because I know my mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna play cool. I hear him calling my name. So my girl says something like, yo, you on my neck, can you back up? He still don't move. So then Star goes and is like, yo, bro. And that's when I was like, I didn't have security. So go to your point, if I had security, I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So now I can't go bowling without security.
Yeah, that's
I
hard.
don't want to. But it's for my family's sake. It's not about me. There's kids there. Now, what if he was upstairs 100 deep and now what are we supposed to do? That's my point. I can't even go bowling with my family. I don't have security.
You don't even know if he has some
I don't
type
even know
of weapon on him.
I don't know. I don't know his it could be
mentality.
I don't know. It could be a distraction. I don't know what it is. So that goes back to the saying of what you were saying, like, oh, Spinking. No, Spinking don't think he's all that. I seen it happen to niggas that's all that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move the right way and protect myself. I'm only protecting myself. I'm protecting my investment. As he said, I invested a lot of money into myself. I'm not listening to get that shit overnight. We're not doing that.
That's the same thing as
That's
I
what
want to bring that
everybody's
to
trying to do,
what
man.
Blue wrote on, her Instagram. People always say why she thinks she's all that.
Yeah.
And why she has security.
And look how
stuff
quick
like
don't
that.
even know you.
And they don't even know her.
Situation.
And the thing is, the people that are saying about me, they don't even know me. As y'all really know me, if y'all know me behind the scenes, as y'all all three right here know, I'm the chillest person, bro. I be chilling. I like doing the dumbest shit. I like having fun.
Yeah.
I don't care. I won't wear this if I don't need to. I don't wear it. I wear it because it's an image.
Yeah.
I don't need to wear it. I don't care to wear it. If you see me on my, I don't have this.
Yeah,
I don't go to Target with my S ring on, bro. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not driving. You know what I'm saying? But I have security because there's dangerous niggas out here, and there's things happening every day. People are envious of what you have.
Yeah.
And if you work hard for what you have, especially as you know in West Indian family, you take care of what you have and you protect it.
Oh yeah.
I ain't trying to let my mama wake up. My mama woke up, slipped and fell that day. She found out I got into a car accident. I ain't trying to have that shit again.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
But with that being said, when is the right time for, let's say, an upcoming artist what's the proper time for them to come have a conversation with you?
Because, and we saying that because Wiz Khalifa recently was in the club. The DJ was on. He basically kicked the DJ off because he didn't have his music. The DJ didn't have Wiz Khalifa's music.
For real?
Yeah.
This recent?
This just happened.
I'm not gonna lie, some artists don't want you to play their music.
That's just no. He went to the DJ booth.
No,
told the DJ
okay,
whack.
I'm gonna
and
give
all
you a
this.
perfect example. That, as a DJ, we have homework every day.
Yeah.
So that's a DJ's fault.
Yeah.
I ain't got Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah,
new
that's
album,
I'm
true.
not
though.
gonna lie, I gotta go on my shit.
But can
It's not
can
about that.
agree to
Okay,
disagree
fine.
on-
whether you like it or not, you gotta
Yeah.
remember. And I be catching myself in this. Like, yo, Spin, it's not always what you want to hear, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not always about you.
I got that problem.
I have that problem.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a good problem because sometimes what I want to hear, they want to.
They want to fuck with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be playing shit out the blue. I'll be playing Easy E sometimes. And niggas be, you know what I'm saying? But that day, I don't know if y'all seen it. It was like 2 weeks ago. I was in Miami. It was me and Offset had a day party. And I was like, yo, let me go down some this. Oh, the step one. I was just showing him sleazy. I ain't have it.
Yeah.
Thank God I did. I asked him, is he performing? No. But you always gotta be prepared.
Yeah.
Look how my day went. I get there. It was slow. It ended up being packed with 1,000 people. Travis Scott happened to show up. He saw me there. I haven't seen him in 2 years. He ended up DJing me for 2 hours. The shit went viral the next day.
Yeah.
And he made
Travis
Offset.
got DJs?
Huh?
He DJs?
Yeah, him and Chase B. He DJ. Like, he likes to DJ. Like, his hobby. His DJ name is Cactus Jack. So he got on, and then he's performing, and Offset performed. What if I wasn't ready?
Yeah, you're right.
That would have been
And
terrible.
all
That
the
would've
cameras
been
are out. Mind you, he's telling
All of them
everybody
out. I
put the
remember.
cameras down. He's doing it out of love. He don't want the cameras. Footage obviously got out. That shit went viral the next day.
Yeah.
Me, Clue, Offset, and Travis.
I seen that. I seen all
Yeah.
that.
And he was saying, if you sitting down, I'm not playing music. And he sat down on the floor until everybody got up.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to make everybody dance again. I have all the footage. It was one of the best times I ever had DJing in a long time because it's like, I'm glad the energy's still out there.
Yeah.
And you know, everything he's going through, for him to still have that mindset is a blessing. Because it's not easy to go through what he went through. And Travis is one of the greatest artists of his generation, hands down. Yeah. He wrote favorite records for some artists that he didn't even get credit on. Travis is my guy for a long time. Me and Travis have 2 records that didn't even come out yet.
So if say an artist wants to come speak to you, you know what I'm saying, brand new artist, like she was saying.
No, I'm saying like an upcoming artist, not a Wiz Khalifa,
but a brand new artist.
Yeah.
How do you accept that? How do you?
Well, if I see them in the mall, listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. For that, I never turn down new music from an artist if it's approached the right way. Yeah. That's how I found out about Fetty. My man was at a car meet in Jersey. He came back like, yo, it was 679 and Trap Queen. You gotta hit this shit, Spin. I posted on Twitter. Fetty called me within like 10 minutes. I went to go see him. But how my man Fetty, bro? He was living in a burned down building, 1 bedroom, mattress on the floor. I bought him food. He'll never forget it. I bought him checkers. Yeah. We had a meeting. I took him to a meeting. The meeting that I took him to, they didn't see it. He called me the next day. They said the eye ain't gonna work. I said the eye is gonna work. Yeah. That's what's gonna work. The music is there. The eye is gonna work. Bro, if I tell you how many artists I brought, I'll be here forever. So then he would say, call me like, yo, Spin, they offered this. Take it. You got to get your family out of there. Fetty's family. I call Fetty right now. That's why I always... My man came from a car meet with a CD and said, listen to this. Happened to be Fetty Wap that you know as today.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Fetty.
So like, if I see somebody in the mall, I'm like, yo, send it right now. I'm going to listen to it when I get in the car. DM me. Say it at the mall. I tell you how to do it so I can see it. So and I'll go listen to it in the car. I'm like, yo, I ain't like this melodic. I respond to people. I do that, bro. I was leaving the dentist with my parents the other day. A guy was in the car at the thing. He's like, yo, it's me. I like, yo, what up? I didn't know who it was. He DM'd me. I listened to it and I gave him my feedback. Yeah. You don't know how many times I do that a day. People think, oh, Spin.
Yeah, but I'm saying you gotta, because I know what I get. So you gotta get a lot.
But if I run into you, it's different. I'm like, yeah, it's time and place. Like, there's a time and place for everything. Yeah. Like, that shit at the bowling alley, bro, you got to realize, like, yo, what? So now I got to go bowling with security.
He could have, I just felt like he could have just like, yo, this is my name, and that's it. I'll DM
there's weirdo people.
There's weirdos.
But that's the scary part, and you got kids. So what if he, as crazy shit we watch, he could have picked up one of the kids and ran away, and then now we're in a whole situation. Like, that's why if you get to a certain level and you have jewelry or you have an asset you have to protect, get security. Don't care what people say. Because them niggas ain't going to pay for your insurance and your liability and all that shit when that shit is gone. Yeah, no. Pay your security. That's it. I rotate security. I got 5 security guards. Yeah. And people sometimes be like, I don't get it. That's not for you to get. It's for me to protect. I don't care what you think. Yeah. I'm not here trying to be extra to have security. No, I'm not trying to protect my life and get home safe. Every day we all know making home safe is a blessing. It is. Period. We can get into an accident, anything can happen. It don't have to be with jewelry, security. It could be anything at the club. It could be a stray bullet. It could be anything.
God forbid, yeah.
So Spin, you've done so much. You finally hit Dre's and all of that. Congratulations. Because as you know, all DJs here in New York, that's a major that's
the big leagues.
And I seen you on there walking the stage with Dre's and all that. I've been there. Yeah. So I know
brought you no, but you didn't just do it one time. They brought you back.
Yeah. No, and they
you got your residency now?
Yeah, September and October.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
And I ain't gonna lie, because I did it one time. I went one time and I was like, damn, one day I'm gonna be on an elevator. Y'all know how big the elevator shit is. That elevator, they only have the artists on the elevator. And then when I went, the first time they actually booked me, I'm like, oh shit, I'm on the elevator. I'm like, nah, y'all gotta catch me walking now. And then I went back, they had it again. I'm like, all right, so this is gonna be a thing. All right, and that ain't an easy room, bro, because it's all tourists. So it's like, you know how hard it is. Y'all know. When we in these rooms sometimes in New York, y'all got the hip hop and y'all got the Bad Bunny side. And it's like when you playing the hip hop, they not jacking it. When you playing the bad, so y'all know how it is. So it's one of those rooms.
How is a set in that kind of spot? Like what kind of music you got to focus on?
I really be there an hour early, and people think that I'm there I'm doing homework. If you ever see me in the club an hour early, I'm doing homework, trying to get my stuff together, like trying to understand what DJ before he's playing. Like, this ain't working, this is working. Yeah. So, and shout out to y'all, though, because I ain't gonna lie. I remember when y'all first started, I'll give y'all flowers. Shout out to y'all, because I know, listen, you come from Long Island. Wherever y'all come from, it's gas, toll, all that, do this every day. And y'all got y'all flowers with that Bobby Shmurda interview. I'm gonna give y'all flowers on that. Because that's not easy. It takes that one. I ain't gonna lie, I still haven't had that interview. Me and Alex, we still haven't had that one. It's not up to you. It's just gonna come organically. And that's what it's supposed to be. And that's how all y'all careers are based on organically.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
y'all deserve it. Everything y'all have coming. Blues
Thank
Working
you. We
Hard,
appreciate
Scenario,
it,
J5. Y'all all doing your own thing. So when y'all come together, it's 3 different bridges. It's not y'all all doing the same thing. So that's why it works.
Well, thank you, Spin. We
I'm glad you
appreciate
see
that.
the vision, bro. 'cause that's-
No doubt, champ. No doubt, champ.
Yes.
So
No,
but I was,
hold on.
go
I
ahead,
don't want
go
to
ahead.
cut you off, but you said Nyla. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Shout out to
for the
Nyla
people
Simone.
shout out to Nyla.
That's
We
my
had her on
co-host
here.
on Blends and Trends.
Blends
you know,
and Trends, Power
listen, that
105.1.
girl. I'm gonna tell you right now. In 10 years, she's gonna be the brains of this shit.
Yeah.
She got the vision, and she don't try.
She does.
Nyla knows she don't try. Should I say this to her?
Yeah.
If she tries, it's over, bro. She going for president.
Yeah.
Nyla's different mentally. I'm telling you.
I dealt with. I've been not dealt with Nyla, but you know we worked side by side for a long time when Nyla was just like interning and just learning stuff. You know what I mean? So I know Nyla is like she been on the show too. Shout out to Nyla.
Shout out
to
to
Blends
Nyla.
I
and
never
Trends.
forget when Thea came to me from Power. She was like, "Yo, y'all gonna do a show together?" I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't like people." And she was like, "I don't either." I said, "Oh, we gonna get along just fine."
Yeah.
And we do. Me and Nyla get along great.
So I brought that up to ask, what's next for Spinking? You've reached so many pinnacles in your career. You've done so much. Is there anything you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Honestly, that pandemic, I was supposed to go on my 4th world tour. I'm working on it now. It literally shut down a month before I was supposed to leave. I was gonna do Spain, Germany, France, Dubai, Dublin. Like, yeah.
As DJ Spinking or with an artist?
No, that's just me. I only been on world tours as myself. I haven't been overseas with an artist yet.
Nice.
So I'm working on that now. I'm working on residencies overseas. So I have to get in the room, and you know, I'm getting back in my music space. I fell out. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You did stop music for a while.
I did.
I'm like,
I did.
I know you have the tools. You have everything.
Everything's right there.
Everything's
Everybody
right
says
there.
to me it's a layup. Enough
I
always
think so, bro.
always
That's
told
just
me
a dunk for you, bro. Let's keep it real.
Enough always told me this. I love music. I hate the music industry, and that's how I feel. I hate the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to it. Vinyls and Star Boy, they be on me. Boy Wonder, they be on. It's so easy for me. I ain't gonna lie. I come out with a #1 tomorrow. I just gotta mentally.
on a Khaled level.
I can mentally just prepare for it. And shout out to Khaled because he's
a genius.
the guy. The guy. But it's so easy for me. But it's like people don't know what comes behind it. Like, oh, Spin, I can call Drake. I can call this person. It's not that easy. Everything I do is organically. I've never done nothing that was forced. Like, I want a record with Jay-Z tomorrow. I can go get it, but why? It's not. I didn't build it up there yet. Why would you go where you at the top? Let's keep going. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna get back. I already have 5 in the tuck.
Yeah.
Me and Dirk got one there.
You mentioned a couple of other people that you had records with that I hear you mentioning in the clubs, which you haven't put out yet. I know you said you had a Cardi record too.
Yeah, Cardi, Bia, Dirk,
Fire.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bia's dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look
That's
at y'all. What
interesting.
was that
Bia,
about?
Bia, I fuck with Bia.
What was that
no,
about?
A dope artist.
Y'all know something we don't know.
Like I'm dealing with her.
What's going on over here?
Yeah, I know.
Nah, that Bia record's dope too. There's a lot of records, you know what it is. And one word to DJs and artists, and I learned this over the years: if you have music, put it out, because it gets old, and then it don't adapt to the time.
Yeah.
So I had to learn that the hard way. But you know, I'm adjusting to it. It's easy in a sense for me, but it's not. I had a conversation with Vinyls the other day. If y'all don't know who Vinyls is,
it's just put it out. Just put it out.
If y'all don't know who Vinyls is, he's Grammy Award. My brother, he's
killing it.
Vinyls the
Drake.
Vinyls the GOAT. Vinyls is the GOAT. He's the
DJ
guy.
at Lust, he would
Vinyls
just
is
sit
the
there
guy
and
who,
smoke
like, you know when people tell you there's a guy that knows the guy. Vinyls is the guy that they know. All right, I'm gonna give my brother Vinyls. I'm gonna give my brother Vinyls his flowers. Cause listen to me. I seen that.
Maybe we'll have Vinyls come
I
up
seen
next.
that man. Good luck, cause he don't come outside the house. Listen, he only comes outside for my birthday party. He don't come outside for his birthday party. But Vinyls, gotta give him his flowers, cause he's so behind the scenes, and like he just had that #1 record on his #1 Billboard with Drake and 21 Savage, Jimmy Crooks. You know, Vinyls, like same thing I tell him. It's a dunk for him. He's another one. Don't let him fool you. But he's the guy. Like he really I seen him craft. You know, between him and Boy Wonder and how they do their thing. Like it's a blessing to see things come alive. And we have a lot in the work, and we have a lot. I have to work on. Me and him have to work on. Star wish he could just put me and Vinyls on an island and just leave us
until y'all done. come back.
Because he knows what we're gonna come back with.
Yeah.
But that's what the Mondays and Tuesdays starting to become for the music side. So it's gonna come. I'm gonna drop something by my birthday.
Okay.
100% in October.
I'm pretty sure you and your brothers have a big impact in Vinyl's career, right?
Well,
like,
yeah,
with
like,
him ending up with like Boy Wonder and
well,
Drake
he
and
met
all
Boy
that.
Wonder on his own way. Like Vinyl's always has own connections, but Vinyl's is like, you know, he's to himself. He likes to be to himself. So we're like the outer ones for him. Like I always FaceTime him in the club and he'll be home smoking hookah, but he'll think he's in the club. Like Vinyl's, he don't like going out like that, but Vinyl's
no
is
more, because Vinyl used to be up in Lust
because it's Lust because it was ours.
Yeah.
You won't find him nowhere else like that.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
Exactly.
I see
But
Vinyl's
Yeah,
driving
he
in front
be there
of
chilling by himself too.
Nah, he's very
always to himself.
yeah,
As a DJ,
Vinyl's
he
is
would sit
into
right
interior
there.
decorating, building new houses.
Yeah.
Niggas always buying a house. I'll call him right now. He's probably looking at the ceiling for like to put a robot in it. Like he's crazy, bro.
Oh God.
But
Yeah, was that him that does that like Jay-Z impression?
yes, that's
I
him,
was like,
100%.
Nah, that ain't
Yeah.
him. Because he never showed his face. I was like, yo, that sounds just like fucking Jay-Z.
It's
bro.
Vinyl's, yeah, Vinyl's. That's my brother, man. Shout out to
That's
Celeb.
funny.
He got Republic 23 in Jersey, his own club. You know,
We've DJ'd there together as a
Yeah.
crew,
Oh, yeah,
so-
yeah. Shout out to Celeb for the opportunity.
we also got the
Yeah.
Hookah Lounge Taboo downtown, and I'm working a couple new things. And like to the older guys, I said this the other day, to the older guys who be looking at the younger DJs, like all they care about is cars and jewelry. That's one thing Envy always put me on. Like it's not as easy as it is for us to buy. I wish we had that class growing up, real estate and credit score and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that
now
shit.
we know
No, we
about the
didn't.
shit.
No,
Yeah,
fuck
now we know, but
Yeah.
like I just closed on my second property in DR. I bought a crib in DR.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Clap it up.
I bought
Investments.
I bought my first house on my birthday last year.
Yeah.
So I wanted to close out 2 cribs before my birthday this year. So I did that. So now I'm looking at other things to do. So to anybody that's watching this is outside looking in like, oh, Spin only cares about jewelry and cars, and no, that's what you see. I don't want you to know everything that's going on. You got to have a private life too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this thing's going on behind the scenes that we creating generation wealth, like me and my brothers, and we doing things for our family to have and our future kids to have and all that stuff. But that's what it's about. It's not only about us. It's about creating for our family. Like we all know we work hard. Like you know, time I met Blue in the club and she's like, I'm tired of this shit. I want to be here no more.
Yeah.
She found her outlet. She made her outlet. Nobody did that for her. She did that. So you got to give her flowers to that because a girl in this business, it ain't easy,
It's
bro.
definitely, yeah.
Thank you.
It's not
You
easy.
made a lane for
She
yourself.
went and bought
Yeah.
that. She went and bought that Papa Smurf vet. Like
Yeah.
niggas ain't doing that.
Niggas ain't doing that. You
Niggas,
right?
niggas is not doing that, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
Niggas don't like that more than girls don't like that against her. But they're not gonna say that to her. But they gonna feel away. But
Yeah.
they can't do nothing about it.
Blue
She's
had
only
a
good.
hater situation like that too. Remember you said somebody pulled your plug too?
No, that was Nyla.
That was Nyla.
Oh, that was
We're not
Nyla.
gonna
Ain't
talk
nobody
about
did that to me yet. Thank
I
God.
thought-
'Cause
I thought
I
you
don't know.
said that. My
Honestly, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
nah,
but you know what
I
it
do
is.
not know what
But
I
you
would
gotta
do.
remember in your head what I'm telling you now. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. That's the only thing I can tell DJs. Like, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. It's time for anybody. This right now, look at the music. There's no country.
Yeah.
There's no pop. It's all hip hop and Spanish. It's Drake and Bad Bunny world. So out of DJs, it don't matter what ethnicity you are, no matter what, we Guyanese.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
thought I would.
They thought he was Spanish the other day.
They think I'm Dominican. They think I'm Dominican. They think I'm Dominican every day.
Mm-hmm.
I got every culture. Spinking, Young Graveyard, to go, all of that.
Being in the club, how does this is usually a Blue question? How does your love life work?
I don't involve it in that.
Yeah.
I keep it a distance with that because like nowadays, especially it's anything out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's anything that's out there, and you can never call it for what it is. Like, and you gotta be careful because it's like girls setting people up.
Yeah.
You got it, all of that.
Oh,
I've seen it
yeah.
happen to my own people around me.
Yeah, you can't trust none of them
You
bitches,
can't trust nobody. And
Yeah.
in this out of town, in town, Miami, Atlanta, Texas, anywhere. That's how it is. You really gotta be careful, bro. Like especially where you lay your head at.
Yeah.
Don't play those games. You can't. She could be the
Yeah.
baddest girl in the world.
Yeah.
That nigga just came home from facing life. He wants everything, and that's her baby daddy.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta look at it.
Yep.
Everybody be careful.
Mm-hmm.
You got the money, you got jewelry, go get your security. Don't care about what other people think and never care about what people think.
Yeah.
Only those around you who matter and have an involvement in your life because they're going to trick you out your spot and tell you do something you don't want to do. Other than that, there's enough money for everybody to eat. That's how I look at it. And as far as DJs, every DJ, right? New York is on fire with the DJs. There's wild DJs. But thank God we have enough clubs for us to do their things. And so you DJs out there calling designers, telling them to put me in the back of the flyer, stop doing that because I know who you niggas are.
Who the fuck did that?
They know who they are. That's how we gonna close the interview out. I know who you are too.
Wait, we gotta know one thing though. But, you know,
Hold on. I did that
this is the
too
Party
other
Starter
day.
podcast, right? We need to know the craziest, most out of this world party you've been a part of, been in, been there, seen. But we need to know
What was
the
your
truth.
craziest party experience?
Craziest
One
part.
that's
Yo,
stamped in your brain is
Like,
the craziest
yo.
part. Like, nah, this takes the record right here.
that's tough. Y'all could have told me before I got here. Yo, I really don't know. Did y'all ever say y'all's? Like, y'all parties?
Well,
Damn,
you know what? Nobody ever asked that.
Nobody ever asked us that. Now I
That's
feel like,
so
damn, I
crazy.
need time right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because I
we
y'all
got
throw it
a
on me, I'm
lot
going to throw it on
of
y'all.
parties.
What y'all mean?
You can't hit the alley.
You know what's so crazy that-
bro.
Damn.
Yo, I really don't know, bro.
Damn, you just threw us
Now,
off
one of the
that
craziest parties for me, though, like, career-wise, or how do you explain it crazy? Like,
Whatever's crazy to
Whatever's
you.
crazy to you.
Event, whatever
the
it is.
funnest, most craziest party you've ever been in.
because there's a party that could have helped you career-wise, there's a party that could have just been the craziest, wild
Just
Project
crazy,
X
like
shit.
some
Yeah,
crazy
Project
Project
X
X
shit.
shit.
Project X shit.
I don't know, son.
Nah, I thought you was gonna have a good story.
Nah,
like,
I
Like,
Nah,
boom,
but
check
yo,
it.
bro, it's a,
I've done a lot of
yeah,
parties.
I've done a lot
so
of
it's
parties.
like,
Like,
you go
it
through
could
your
be
inventory right
anything.
now, like,
I'm going
oh,
into
man.
like my phone, like my favorites, and like
Straight in
thinking
the
like what's in
archives.
there. I don't know. Like me and Justin have thrown crazy house parties. Justin Combs, yeah, we wild shit. But the crazy, I really don't know.
We
I'm gonna
heard that. We heard. Not gonna lie. There's. We had an artist, Rick Woods. She's been to a Justin Combs party, and she's definitely said
we definitely had the
there's
crazy
nothing
parties.
like.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
guaranteed. His pool party before they moved from Yonkers. We reshot the Biggie Juicy video. We still haven't released it because he was a baby in the Juicy video.
Yeah.
We redid it,
Oh,
and
shit.
that was the craziest party. Shout out to Misa. We were all there. That shit was
Yeah.
nuts. That was the craziest party,
but why was it so nuts?
bro. Because I don't remember it.
On that note,
Yeah, because I
On
don't
that
remember it.
note, ladies
note,
and
we wanna
gentlemen,
thank
DJ
DJ Spinking.
Spinking.
Yeah, shout out to the
Let
Party
them know where they
Stars
can find you
podcast.
at.
Yeah.
At DJ Spinking. Listen to me. Instagram, MySpace still popping. Mi gente, you heard? We got all that shit popping now. But listen, DJ Spinking, new music on the way, new clothing on the way, and new collabs on the way. And we got some shit coming too with some artists. So stay tuned. Shout out to the Party Starters. Shout out to Scenario, Blue Diamond, J5. That's
Yeah.
family. This ain't no paid advertising, nigga. That's family. Stamp that. Close it.
We out of here.